Just when you think we're done getting news about Spider-Man Brand New Day, they really said he goes 6 more for you. Because we just got some insane casting news that confirms that Mark Ruffalo will be returning as Bruce Banner the Hulk. But that's not all, because we also got confirmation on some more villains that are going to be in this movie. Little hints and teases at the story. And I got a theory that makes this all make sense. It's all over town, Robbie. Gossip. Rumors, panic in the streets. We're lucky. Because you know me, I get crumbs, I make a full course meal. And either way, me and you know what we got to do. We got to talk about it. Boom! You looking for this? Because according to Nexus Point News, they are exclusively reporting that Mark Ruffalo will be reprising his role as Bruce Banner in Spider-Man Brand New Day. And that news is spectacular. You know what? This news is incredible. Some might even call it fantastic. And I'm not gonna hold you. When I heard Hulk in Spider-Man Brand New Day, my initial reaction was, but then I read the headline again and it specifically said Bruce Banner, which then got me like, I see this as an absolute win. And diving a little deeper into the article, they are also reporting that it is currently unknown what his role is, if he will be Smart Hulk, Angry Hulk, or just Bruce Banner. But one thing they're certain about is that his role is not a cameo. He will have a substantial role in the movie. If I had to guess, and I'm hoping it's this way, but I hope Bruce and Peter just end up being the new Science Bros. Because I don't know if y'all know this or not, but I'm pretty sure Hulk and Spider-Man have not interacted once in the entire MCU. I'm pretty sure they've just made references to each other, like Spider-Man and Spider-Man Homecoming. He's like, Hulk, I thought you'd be bigger. And then Bruce Banner saying there's an Ant-Man and a Spider-Man. But we almost had them interact in Endgame, but they took it from us, Carmine. That was today. But anyway, before we move on to the rest of the news, we got to dissect this a little bit more, because I'm really trying to wrap my head around what his role could be in this movie. We know he has connections to Carol Danvers, Wong, and Shang-Chi. And given the fact that Destin Daniel Cretton, the director of Spider-Man Brand New Day, had directed Shang-Chi, I feel like Bruce Banner is that pathway for Spider-Man, Tom Holland Spider-Man, to be in Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. That's first things first. But given the fact that he has a substantial role in this movie, beats me. I'll tell you what I don't crazy head play. I'll tell you what I don't think we're getting. I don't think we're going to get the big green jolly guy and Spider-Man teaming up. Although shit, don't get me wrong. Because that's 2/3 of Marvel's real big three. And after this scene in Deadpool and Wolverine, we're 2 steps closer to finally getting our big 3 in live action. And oh my goodness, I'm going to combust in the theater if this happens. There's actually been a lot of really solid team-ups between Spider-Man and Hulk throughout comics history. One of my personal favorites, and after hearing that Peter David had passed away yesterday, R.I.P. a legend, is this Joe Fix-It miniseries, which pretty much acts like a Spider-Man miniseries because Peter David didn't get to write for him again. This is definitely one way to keep it grounded. But also, I really need everyone to read. Like, Peter David's fucking Joe Fix-It run is so good. But I just don't know if the MCU is going to be introducing other personas for Bruce Banner. You know, with the fact that everyone has forgotten who Peter Parker is, only Peter Parker, everyone knows who Spider-Man is still. In the MCU, it would make a lot of sense for them to adapt this panel of the Hulk still remembering who Spider-Man is. You just know Marvel Studios can't resist adapting this. And what better time to do it than now? And I'm also just really interested to see where Bruce Banner is at this point in time in the MCU, because last time we saw him, we found out that he had a fucking kid with a fucked up hairline. Like, nah, that man has to salute like this. Don't forget about that fake concept art for Avengers Secret Wars, where it looks like the Hulks are going to be playing a huge factor. But I also think including Bruce Banner in this movie is just another stepping stone to get us into his eventual maybe Planet Hulk, or just straight into a World War Hulk, if you want to call Thor Ragnarok Planet Hulk. But I wouldn't, that's not even close to being the adaptation that Planet Hulk is, because in my opinion, I actually really like Planet Hulk as a story. World War Hulk is more like hype moments and aura, because it's legit just the Hulk trying to get revenge on the Illuminati and all of the Avengers and superheroes on Earth. And he's just there saying anyone can get it. And now that we have Sentry introduced into the MCU, I need to see this fight in live action more than I need air. Someone else we could potentially see is Jen Walters' She-Hulk, because I love the interactions between Jen and Peter in the comics, and I would love to see something like this in live action, especially if you're going to need a really good lawyer, and you can have some little fun with that with Matt and her. I'm just saying, it seems like there's going to be a lot of crime happening throughout New York City, because as we'll get into this next piece of news, there's going to be a lot of court cases. I personally would love to see this team up happen at some point in time, especially since both of them are honorary members of the But I think we ain't done yet, because on top of that, we learned that Michael Mando is in talks to reprise his role as Matt Gargan, the Scorpion, in Spider-Man Brand New Day. I used to pray for times like this. No more having to see this post-credit scenes that led nowhere top 10. And thank God, because we've been saying Nacho from Better Call Saul as Michael Mando Scorpion. It's perfect. Perfect. And shit, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man gave us a great blueprint on how to make Scorpion menacing. I don't know if they want to make him a crime lord like this show did. They should probably just make him a super thug. And I hope his suit looks something like this. A little practical. Reminds me of Vulture and Spider-Man Homecoming. But this right here would be the best look yet we've gotten for a live-action Scorpion, because looking at this, I'm a little moist. And you know, at least in my opinion, Scorpion is probably the most popular Spider-Man villain that has yet to get a live-action adaptation. So I know you, me, your grandma, your mama would love to see this in live action. And on top of that, don't forget we've gotten reports that Tombstone could be a villain in this movie. I personally hope they make him like the big man from Spectacular Spider-Man. I mean, yeah, he is just Tombstone if Tombstone was the Kingpin. But I personally think it would be fire if Tombstone was also a crime lord going to war with Kingpin. And Tombstone's popularity is on an all-time high, having popped up in Insomniac Spider-Man, Into the Spider-Verse. And I love this new adaptation they did with him in Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man with Lonnie Lincoln. Plus, say what you want about Zeb Wells' Amazing Amazing Spider-Man run. This fight was brutal as hell, and I hope they take some P's and Q's from it. Plus, Boomerang was another villain. First of all, everyone take a moment to appreciate Ryan Otley's art because, it looks invincible. But if I had to guess, Boomerang probably takes over the Overdrive role from the Spider-Man Brand New Day run, who's the first villain that Spider-Man takes down. Now, Boomerang as a villain is very interesting for a couple of different reasons. We're talking like a D or F-list character. Like, if you don't read comics at all, you definitely have no idea who this man is. He's kind of like if Bullseye, Hawkeye, Vigilante, and Captain Boomerang all rolled into one. And at one point, actually teams up with Spider-Man and sacrifices his life for him in front of Moreland. But the other interesting thing is, he has connections to Shang-Chi too. I mean, as well as a bunch of other Marvel heroes like Daredevil. The fucking first hero he fought was whole crazy. But just like last week, I reported about how Spider-Man Brand New Day is gonna have a connection to Shang-Chi too. Whether that means a little tease to a future team-up, a tease to the 10 Rings, or a tease at Shang-Chi lore at large. We'll have to wait and see, but I hope one day we get to see Shang-Chi training Spider-Man so he can become the ultimate weapon, the way of the spider. Because if y'all thought Peter had hands before, just wait until after he gets raped by fucking Shang-Chi. And I just got a feeling Destin Daniel Cretton is gonna fucking cook with Spider-Man Brand New Day. Because mind you, don't forget, we still have Mr. Negative as part of this movie. While it's just been rumored, it's basically all but confirmed with the title being Brand New Day and for them looking to cast an Asian male 40s to 50s. Who, by the way, I'm gonna keep saying it, should be played by Stephen O. Young. Man was literally born to play that role. And don't forget the most recent update we got about Spider-Man Brand New Day is that the costume department was looking at Asian style and more specifically Japanese style for some of the costumes, where it was specifically stated that the female villain, who by the way, there's also a female villain in this movie, who according to Jeff Snyder, another rumor out there is that Sarah Snook is being looked at to play this female villain. Anyway, they described this female villain as having a black kimono like this. She supposedly looks like a Jedi. No, I still think it's going to end up being Menace, given the fact that her design is very Japanese inspired. Plus, while yes, Martin Lee, Mr. Negative, is Chinese and he's supposed to be the physical embodiment of yin and yang, his inner demon gang actually wears a lot of Japanese inspired masks. So it could be for them too. Or shit, maybe the female villain is Lady Bullseye, or Psylocke, or Yukio. Either way, Spider-Man fighting supervillains, gangs, and ninjas in New York. Set that bitch during the winter time so we can have that snow aesthetic and oh my goodness, take all of my money. But I think we ain't done yet. And as of this moment, the cast includes Tom Holland Spider-Man. We got Sadie Sink joining the cast in an undisclosed role. Zendaya will return as MJ. Jacob Batalon is also set to return as Ned Leeds. Liza Colon Reyes was also cast in an undisclosed role. Either one of Peter's teachers at ESU, or more likely Rio Morales, since she has Puerto Rican roots. They've been hinting and teasing since Homecoming that Miles is on the way, so just be ready in case. And finally, J.K. Simmons is going to be reprising his role as J. Jonah Jameson. Hopefully Peter is working for him. Since we know that Scorpion might potentially be in this movie, why not include this storyline of him funding the experiment that creates the Scorpion? They could do it. And this right here is also interesting, but thanks to Alex Perez from the Cosmic Circus, Destin Daniel Cretton is preparing his most ambitious stunt sequence yet for Spider-Man Brand New Day. It is apparently a complicated sequence that will require precaution and strict safety regulations because it will involve many extras, with reports saying that it might even take an entire month to film. Hey man, I don't know what that could mean, but I'm hearing extras. I'm getting Spider-Man Raimi flashbacks. Oh my god, Destin Daniel Cretton is really about to bring back the sincere emotion from the Raimi trilogy. Oh, I can't wait. All I know is Spider-Man Brand New Day is going to be absolute cinema. The possibilities are endless. Woo! That was a lot of news and a lot of speculation and a lot of fucking knowledge on my part. But either way, this throws a nice, interesting wrench into the bunch if Bruce Banner truly is in Spider-Man Brand New Day. This movie is going to be something we've never seen before. That's what everyone in the cast and crew has been saying. But I'm telling you, this movie has the potential to be the best MCU Spider-Man movie. We'll just have to wait and see July 31st, 2026. I'm going to be there day one no matter what. But let me know what you think about this news, my thoughts and theories down in the comments below. And as always, like and follow for more.